Hi guys, so today's video I actually want to show you another program that I use together with Nuendo, which is really useful to route audio to different places, and it's called Source Nexus. Source Nexus, I'm mainly using it to record the audio from out of the Mac into Nuendo itself. How that looks is there's a record channel, an input channel, in Nuendo, which has Source Nexus as an insert. And this is how the plugin looks, Source Nexus looks. You have a send and receive section. Now, what I'm doing is I'm receiving from Mac. So this is like a bus that I can make using Source Nexus. Now, Source Nexus has a Source Nexus Control Panel. You open that one to create your buses, and it's a tip from them also to make 2 of them so that you can route audio to and receive audio from. So we've got to the Mac from the Mac, to Teams from Teams. Now, Teams, for example, you can use that for a separate monitor output in Nuendo, going to Teams. But also you can make some for Zoom, you could make some for Google Meets. It's quite flexible. Now, because the Mac is listening to from Mac, this means that from the Mac itself, all the audio needs to be routed. So that's why we choose sound, and we get to see from Mac as an output source in the Mac OS. So we do from Mac, there's no level control, so we get everything at Unity level. And when I press play on a YouTube video, it's going to go into that plugin, insert it into the record channel in Nuendo, and I'll be able to press record, and it's a YouTube video that yeah, see. So the Mac sounds, I'm actually recording those Mac sounds. So that's actually a way to record into your DAW using Source Nexus. This also works for Pro Tools. Pro Tools has a Pro Tools Bridge at the moment, which is also a virtual busing system where you can set this up as well. But I've been using Source Nexus now for a couple of years, and it's been extremely useful for this case. Now, what I also use it for is my monitors. Now, if we look at the studio setup in Nuendo, you'll see that the audio driver that I'm using is the built-in audio. So in theory, what you're listening to isn't a podcast microphone, but it should be the microphone from the laptop. And the thing about the built-in audio is there's no flexibility. You have the microphone from the laptop, and you have the speakers from the laptop, output 1 and 2. Now, what Source Nexus does is it gives you more possibilities to send audio to different places. Now, in Nuendo, you've got a control room, and in that control room, you can add inserts as well. So if you look at the right bottom here, you've got this little tab called Inserts, and then you've got your monitors. Now, what I've done as an insert for the monitors is put Source Nexus on there, and I am sending to my AirPods. So this is also a way to send your mix to any different output. I can send my mix to the Mac speakers. I can send my mix to any of the buses that I created specifically for Google Meets, for example. So this is a way that you can very quickly switch between monitors using Source Nexus. Now, what I've got as well is Q1 set up. So Q1 is sending to Teams. This means that in my session, when I'm playing back any voiceovers or any dialogue or any sound effects, that from the mix, depending on how I have it routed, I'll be able to send to Q1, and everyone on Teams receiving from Q1 will be able to listen to my mix. And the same is with my Talkback. If I turn my yeah, you don't hear me or don't hear anything else. And that's how I've routed sound out of Nuendo going into OBS as well. So I wanted to make this little video real quick about Source Nexus, route any sound into anything. It's extremely useful, and I just wanted to share this as a tip with you guys in this video. Stay posted for any other videos regarding this template and regarding sound design in Nuendo. And thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.